What's up, guys? This is Terminus Easter egg, no nonsense guide. Let's get it. First thing we have to do is turn the power on. There are 3 amps. First one right outside the spawn, inside the guard station. We need to defend it until it finishes the timer, which is 30 seconds long. Next amp is going to be in the Juggernog room. Remember to lay down in front of perks for the first time to get loose change. You're going to have to defend it for another 30 seconds. After you turn the second amp on, you're able to turn on 2 out of 3 laptops. 1 right up the stairs, 2 right up the stairs on the other side of the courtyard, the storage area. This is right outside of Quick Revive. Next, we're going to turn on the 3rd amp. This is in the basement, and this is what's going to get the power on. As soon as it's done, jump into the water, and you're going to activate the incline lift. Next, jump in the water. You're going to cook a grenade at this little off-colored rock, blow it up, pick up the oxygen tank. This is going to allow you to swim underwater for far longer. Next, you're going to need to get dead wire on one of your guns. Next, we're going to use the incline lift. There are a total of 5 boxes we need to hit. 1 is through the window, 1 is right here off to the side, and 1 is on the back of this house. The 4th one is in the Juggernog room, and the 5th one is right outside of it. You're going to go in this room, shoot this guard, and you're going to pick up the EMF fob. Once you have the EMF fob, you're going to go into the C tower, and you're going to exchange that for the multifastic Resonator. You're going to go down the stairs right from there, turn on the 3rd laptop. You're going to put the Resonator in this machine in the research office. Once you have all 3 laptops, these sticky notes will attach to the screen. And then you're going to head back up to PEC, pay $5,000 for a code. You're going to enter that code back into the machine with the sticky notes on it. While you're doing this, zombies will ignore you. Then you need to let it triangulate. And the way that you do that is by staying in the wreck area and ending the round. Just train zombies, kill them all, stay in the area. If you're too far away, the triangulation will not work. Once that's done, you're going to pick up the Resonator and you're going to bring it to a boat. There's 2 boat spawn locations. One is in the biolab against the dock. And then the other boat is underneath the dock outside, which is going to be either underneath this crack over here or in the back. And if you have no boat spawn, just come over to one of these, pay 500 essence, and a boat will spawn in for you. You're going to take the Resonator to the first island. I'm going to put up a map here. You do need to do these orbs in order. So 1 is first, then 2, then 3. The dock is right next to 1, so it should be a clear shot right from that zip line. When you approach the island, place the boat somewhere safe so it doesn't break, and you're basically going to place the Resonator underneath the orb, wait for it to zap an enemy, kill it, grab the blue ball, throw it in. You're going to have to do this 2 times. You train them around, wait till one gets zapped blue, kill it, make sure it's safe, grab the ball, run it home. This is going to send the ball flying to the next island. When this happens, make sure you pick up the Resonator. Head back to your boat, and we're off to the next location. You're going to park it right in front. Place down the Resonator. And you're going to wait for them to get zapped. 1 got zapped. We're going to pick up the green ball this time, and we're going to run it home. Second one got zapped. Pick it up, throw it home. Ball gets sent to the next location. Pick up the Resonator, jump back in the boat. And we're off to the 3rd location. Rinse and repeat. It's a purple orb this time. Make sure that you always pick up these shovels because you can uncover piles like in Origins where it just drops free loot. Place the Resonator underneath the purple orb. Circle around until it zaps one. Pick up the purple essence and drive it into the orb. If you need to circle around because you're taking too much damage, no big deal. Just let the little ball time out, and then the big ball will zap another zombie. As soon as you get the second orb on the 3rd ball, your screen will turn white. Pick up the Resonator, get back in your boat. You're going to go back into the research office, and you're going to build the wonder weapon, which is the Beamsmasher. Pick up the Beamsmasher. There are 3 traps around the map. One of them is right here outside a jug. We see that the vent is intact and there's no keycard on the ground. The other 2 are in the biolab. No keycard on the ground. Vent is intact. 3rd one, we can see that there's a keycard on the ground and the vent is broken. That means we need to buy the door and then buy the trap, take the Beamsmasher, and just give it a once over, and it'll drop the hard drive. If you get sucked in, just shoot it. If it sucks you all the way in, you're going to die. Pick up the hard drive, and you're going to run that back to PEC. Drop it in the mailbox. Next, you have to get the code for Nathan. So you need to go into the interrogation room. The hour hand on this clock, the short black hand, is going to be your first number. Second one, mess hall. This card on the wall, whatever number that is, that's going to be your second number. Third number is going to be in the engineering bay, this OSHA sign right here where it says 4 days since last injury. Head down to the basement, hit use on the keypad, and then Nathan will start talking. Once he's done speaking, then you can punch in that code that we just found. Boss fight. Make sure you take this time to buy armor, pack-a-punch, buy weapon mods. I suggest Shadow Rift. Don't be afraid to burn a few rounds. Once you're ready, you're going to come and turn this knob. If you have more than one person in your party, you all need to turn the knobs at the same exact time. You cannot do it one at a time. Once this happens, Nathan is going to come out and he is an amalgamation. He is immune to the Wonder Weapon's slowing ability. You're going to circle him around and damage him until he's all dead. Don't worry about the ads. Just slow them down and focus on Nathan. If you have multiple players in your party, make sure you're playing a game of ping pong where someone is in the back of him while you're kiting him, so that way you're hitting the glowing orange orbs on his front and his back. We're going to slow down the ads and focus on him. He's the only thing that matters. The ads are unlimited. Once you kill him, there's a cutscene. Right by the third amp, you're going to jump over, and you're going to find the key card inside the water. You're going to run that key card into the communications room and hit use on this computer. At this point, Peck is going to tell you that your line of communication has been cut and you need to repair it. Take this time to just, again, point farm and make sure that you have strong enough guns because you're going to be in a tight-knit space. Buy perks that you need. Do not grab nukes. You're going to hop in the boat when you're ready. You're going to go in the bottom of the broken boat. A bunch of flies are going to come out. Make sure you stop fully underneath this ladder. I like to go in reverse just for an inch and then proceed up the ladder. When you go up the ladder, this door is going to open. Kill any bad guys. When you pick up one of these 2 canisters on the table, the door is going to lock and it's going to start a wave of enemies. There are 3 waves total. There will be a lull after each wave. You will get a max ammo at the end of this, so try not to pop any gobblegums. When you pick up the connector, you cannot sprint. This is something to keep in mind. You get your max ammo, you're going to grab the canister, head back into the boat, and you're going to drive to 2 of 3 locations. The first one is right here next to the boat. Have your friends protect you, kill the zombies, and it does take about 15 to 20 seconds to install it. We're going to head back into the boat, and since I'm running solo, I need to do a second trip back into the broken ship to get the second node connector. If you were in a party, you do not have to run back into the ship. Remember to stop the boat underneath the ladder so it doesn't drift away. And we're off to the second location. Right here underneath the sea tower. Kill all the bad guys here, and you're going to install the second node connector. Now, there's only 2 node connectors, but there are 3 possible locations. The third location is inside the sea caves along the way down. After that, you're going to head back up to Peck, hit use on him, and there's going to be a little bit of a dialogue. Wait until the dialogue is done, and then you're going to get the hacking device. Next up, here's a map of the buoy locations. Make sure that you are prepared to do 6 total steps under time. If you are not ready to do 6 steps in a row, then go point farm and get better guns. There is no specific order that you need to hack them in, but you do need to hit all 3 in under a certain amount of time. They're really easy. You don't even need a map for it, but just drive your boat out into the ocean and then just do a lap around the map. You'll find the buoys. They're making a dinging noise as well as a blinking light on top of them. You're going to hop into the boat and you're going to drive off to the first buoy, which is right next to the dock. When you find the buoy, slow down, make sure you're hitting it head on, get out of the boat, run to the front of the boat, and you're going to hold the use key for about 10 seconds. This is going to hack it, and then you're going to jump back into the boat, and then you're going to drive to the next buoy. I find a lot of content creators on YouTube that are doing this completely incorrectly by jumping into the water, having their friend do a lap, and then come and pick them up. It's too slow. Second buoy, hit it head on, make sure you stop right in time, hack it, jump back into the boat, rinse and repeat. We're off to the third location. With this method, you're going to beat the sea monster every single time. Third location, we're going to slow down in front of it, make sure it just barely hits, start the hack. Even if the boat drifts a little bit off of it, no big deal, because the hack is still good. You're going to jump into the boat, and now we're going to go underneath back into the biolab. Your screen is going to flash white. There are 3 bomb locations. This is the first one, door number 1. The second bomb location is going to be door number 2. And then the third bomb location is going to be up above those 2 locations, and it's going to be under the stairs right here Bomb location 3. You need to defuse these 3 bombs after you hack the buoys. So you're going to drive the boat underneath, and then you're going to jump inside, and you are going to defuse these bombs. When you defuse these bombs, it's important to note that you can get one of them pretty early. It takes about 15 to 20 seconds to defuse them, so you do need friends to protect you here while you are defusing these bombs. You're going to head over to the second location. You're going to defuse this one. Again, you do need protection. Monkeys definitely help during this step. The third location, which is up top, and once you defuse this one, your screen is going to go white. And when that happens, you're ready for the Easter egg. Now you need to point farm, pack-a-punch your guns, keep packing them. You're going to find keys to open up the armory. You're going to go to the crafting tables, and you're going to buy armor plates, self-revive, monkeys, anything that you think you need for the final boss. I can't stress this enough, guys. While you're burning rounds, keep checking the armory. Keep getting the keys. Right here, again, I got Deadshot Daiquiri for absolutely free. One glitch I found was trying to access the cabinet through the door makes me lose both of my kill streaks. They just disappeared in the room. So when you loot these cabinets, make sure that you're looting them from head on. Another time looting, I got Juggernog. This is really important because you can also drop the perks on the ground in case you have a friend that goes down and needs Juggernog again. You can just ping it and let your friends know. Another thing I found is a chopper gunner. This is also great for the final boss. Keep finding keys while you're burning rounds. Go back to the armory. I've just got a self-revive. Beautiful. We're definitely going to need that for the boss. Keep going. Keep going. Do not loot through the door like I just did. I just got an elemental pop, which is great, as well as a chopper gunner. Now, for gobblegums that I chose, first I started with near-death experience. Next gobblegum I went with was a cashback. And then the final gobblegum is going to be a raindrops. And now I'm just going to basically point farm until my team is ready to go into the boss fight. The reason why I picked those 3 raindrops, it's really important to get all of those drops. It's really, really overpowered in the boss fight. Even though when I popped it in the boss fight, it didn't work. I just kind of ate it, and then it stayed in my inventory, and there were no drops. I got cash back because, honestly, it's a 10-minute boss fight, so you're really going to need at least 2 max ammos throughout the fight. And then the other gobblegum I picked was near-death experience, which basically means that if you go down near a teammate, they just need to stand next to you and you will get rezzed automatically with all of your perks. This is really important for this boss fight because there are a lot of one-hit techniques that this boss does have, especially towards the end. This boss fight reminds me a lot of Voyage of Despair, the big eye in the sky at the end. Voyage of Despair is probably like 2 to 3 times harder than this boss, but this boss is still pretty tricky. If you have a party that has never done this before, they're definitely going to need to watch this video in order to have the best odds in beating the boss. This is not a boss where you can just run in, shoot the guy, and he dies. There are a lot of one-hit maneuvers that you need to dodge. All right, now we're getting ready to go into the lair. We failed this boss twice, entering in on around 29 or 30. We decided to wait until 34, 35. And then we waited for the max ammo round to actually go in. This is also really important. This actually made a huge deal because we were able to pack-a-punch extra guns and be even more ready. Make sure that you enter the boss lair on a bonus round that is going to drop a max ammo. As soon as you get the max ammo, you're going to hit the switch. It's going to initiate a vote, and you're all going to hit F8 to accept. Once you accept, there's going to be a cutscene, and you're going to spawn into the boss. This boss has 4 forms. The first form is going to be the red ball. You're going to hit that, he'll die. Second form is going to be the lava monster where his mouth is bright orange. Shoot that, he'll die. Third form is going to be dark monster with bright yellow arms. Shoot the bright yellow arms, he'll die. Fourth and final form is going to be the blue eyes. Shoot the blue eyes and he will die. Now, I've seen a lot of strats for this boss. It's really important to note that if you have a chopper gunner, you have to use it in the first phase or the second phase. I don't know where exactly you're not allowed to use it anymore, but I believe it's in the 4th phase. Don't quote me on it. I do know that in the first phase and in the second phase, you are able to use a chopper gunner, and this is so important to use early. In this phase, you're going to be hitting the red orb, and as soon as you hit the red orb with enough damage, you will progress into the next phase. Keep in mind that for the first 3 phases, the map is a square where you can do loops. If you do get into trouble, you're taking too many hits, don't be afraid to jump into the water and then just climb up one of the ladders. If you are going to use a chopper gunner, make sure you are hidden behind the box. Do not be out in the open. Don't be around the square. use your chopper gunner early. When you use your chopper gunner, you're going to focus on the boss whenever you can. Focus on the orbs if you can. If not, so he goes under. Now I'm going to hit the tentacles. The tentacles are going to constantly spit yellow poison at my teammates. So if I break these, there's going to be less heat on my teammates. Now I'm going to kill all the ads that are around my teammates, and I'm right back to the boss as soon as he spawns back in. And you can see his health bar in the top middle, even when I'm not hitting his sweet spot, is really, really melting, and I'm doing some serious damage. This is going to save you a ton of max ammos during the fight. Once you get back in, make sure you're doing laps back and forth without dying to the boss's swipes. Anytime that the boss is looking one way with his tentacles up in the air, he's going to slam down and he will one-shot you. Throw your monkeys, do laps, make sure that you're breaking all of the poison spitters that are kind of in the background. This is going to alleviate a lot of the damage that your teammates take. This is why I say the Beamsmasher is so important to bring in, because as you can see, I can just slow down entire hordes of zombies that are a little too aggro, and I can melt them really quick. Now he's on his second form, so we're going to focus on shooting him in the mouth. Now again, you can shoot him anywhere you want. It's just going to do less damage. You're going to get that point bonus amplifier when you shoot him in the mouth. I'm doing 35 on his body, 968 in his mouth. I'm doing another lap because there's too many ads, and I'm hitting all of the tentacles in the background in my free time. Third form is going to be the yellow arms. So focus these yellow arms. You can still do laps. The entire map is still open. It's a big square. You can just keep looping around and keep shooting this. Make sure to avoid his slams if you are in the front. You're going to have to break both of the arms, not just one. Boom, there goes the first arm. And we're going to work on the second arm. Boom, my teammates already got the second arm. Now he's back to his lava form, okay? So his next form is going to go back to his lava form, where you're going to go back to shooting him in the mouth because his health is not low enough yet. This is the point in time where he has low enough health where you start really, really burning a lot of your utility and stuff. Throw your monkeys, pop some gobble gums, get ready to go. If your teammates get down, make sure you have a quick revive. If an amalgamation spawns, make sure that you're slowing down the ads and you and your teammates are focusing this amalgamation. You cannot ignore him and he will not go away. He will keep pestering your teammates until he kills one of your teammates, and then the next one, and then the next one. You guys have to focus him as a team effort. Do not ignore the amalgamation. This is where I popped raindrops and literally nothing happened. It just stayed in my inventory. Both Liberty Falls and Terminus are definitely a little bit buggy. Now, for his final form, you can see his health bar is getting down. My screen is about to turn blue. When that turns blue, that means that he is pissed off and he's about to do his one-hit slams. When he does his one-hit slams, anywhere that is not behind one of these two boxes are going to die. Now, keep in mind also that the full course is not open. He has tentacles laying halfway across the square, so now the map is a U-shaped. You're going to hit the blue eyes as much as possible while hiding behind anytime he charges up. You can see right here, my teammate goes up. I try to get a cheeky. Now, there's a lot. You can see right here, my teammate goes down, and I try and run in front of it to try and res him, and I got downed. Fortunately, I just popped near-death experience where I was able to just res myself. I pop right back up. I'm shooting the blue eyes again. If you go down in this boss fight, it's going to suck if you don't have near-death experience. You're going to lose all your perks, and you're just going to go down over and over and over again, and you're going to hinder the other people that are on your team. Make sure you're hitting the blue orbs and stay away. It charges up, and then it drops. You could even see here in this situation, I get into a little bit of a pickle. I wanted to pull out the Wonder Weapon, and I slow all of them. I'm able to beautifully navigate this just with the Wonder Weapon slow ability. Now, there is an amalgamation on me. You can hear the slam winding up. It's about to happen. I risk it, and I run through the back. I run through the front into the back, and the amalgamation actually got hit by it, and he did get stunned. I'm able to finish him off here. We're going to kill some more ads, and then we're going to focus on the blue eyes again, over and over. And as you can see here, the boss is throwing yellow balls of poison. These are going to land behind both hiding places. This is very important to keep in mind, because you're going to be slowly taking damage passively. You're going to keep shooting, keep shooting. Now, the ads are endless, but they do have a respawn timer, so it's important to kill them when you can, especially when they're really, really clumping up behind these. Again, the Wonder Weapon is just so important for this boss fight, especially for the amalgamations, if anything else. So as I'm focusing on the ads, I have my teammates on the other side that are focusing on the boss doing damage. You can see that the boss's health bar is damn near empty. And as I'm taking care of this last amalgamation by myself, my teammates are taking care of the boss. Blue eyes, blue eyes. No way.
It's done, man. It's done. It's done.
Holy, what a boss fight. Now it's going to ask you if you want to continue playing. I did send one of the people in my party back to the lobby just to see if he got the same rewards as us. And then me and another guy ended up running another 5 rounds and successfully exfilling just to see if there were additional rewards. Once you spawn back in, there's going to be a bunch of money and a bunch of equipment that you can pick up. You'll also have Perkaholic. Don't get bummed out if you guys don't do this on the first try. I've beaten every single Easter egg boss in every single Call of Duty, and even I failed this a few times. This is a tricky boss just because of the one-shot capabilities. Keep in mind that whether you go into the boss fight at round 10 or round 50, the boss is going to have the same amount of health. But all of the ads, all of the zombies and amalgamations that are running at you are going to be at the health level of whatever round it is that you are fighting the boss at. So if it's round 40, you're going to be in the boss fight and you're going to be fighting the boss at the same health, but all of the zombies are going to be round 40 health. Just like in Liberty Falls, we wanted to successfully exfil just to see if there were additional achievements, and there weren't. Our friend that hit the exit screen after the Easter egg got the same achievements as us for getting back into the game, burning 5 rounds, and then successfully exfilling. I do want to take a moment just to thank you guys. I really appreciate it. These videos take a really long time to make. They take a long time to film. They take a long time to edit. They take a long time to voice over. So I would really, really appreciate it if you could just drop a like on this video as well as a follow. It is completely free. That is all that I ask. I also stream on both Kick and Twitch. You're more than welcome to come check me out. I love you all. Thank you so much. If you have any questions, leave them down in the comments below.